3. This is the one that you should be doing via the Cornell notes. Remember that system we had? All right. How's European success linked to its contacts with the Byzantine Empire? Byzantine and Muslim Empire, sugar book, more advanced. Silk Road and sea-based trade from the East cannot be overstated in bringing all of these ideas to what we recognize as Europe. And it basically revived the city-states. The Black Death killed a lot of people. The intellectual contributions of these empires were important to the growth. Islamic science, medicine, astronomy, and sugar, as well as the preservation of classical texts. Classical, always read as Roman and Greek, were the foundations of the era's new intellectual revival. What era are we talking about? The Renaissance. Renaissance. 3 vocabulary words you need to know. All right. Before, after. Look at the difference. All right. Which one's better? Which one's clearer? Which one's nicer? Which one's prettier? Right? Are the melodies. This one. That one right there. The one that just disappeared. Get back here. Not that one. That one. Middle Ages. For the church. Religious. Serious. Somber. Boring. Two-dimensional. 2D. Dark. Rigid. Frescoes and that style. Less realistic. Art of the Renaissance. Made for rich people. The Medicis. Lighthearted. Secular. Bright colors. Soft lines. Landscapes in the background. Looks realistic. All right, a little idealized, new techniques, oil paintings for the most part, three-dimensional to the incorporation of perspective. All right, we'll come back to perspective. The Renaissance, rebirth, one of the places that gets reborn, arts, philosophy, and literature. Again, city-states in Italy. Medieval art had focused on the church and salvation. Series. Renaissance art, literature focused on individuals. See the big difference there? All right. So next one, Renaissance artists. Who are we going to talk about? I'm glad you asked. Again, get some of their ideals from Greece and Rome. Realistic humanity, emotion, new techniques. Painting done on wet plaster. Not sure that's a vocabulary word I'd ask about on the test. Again, realistic human. And architecture is going to improve. One of the famous writers is this Machiavelli, wrote The Prince. Be good when possible and evil when you have to be. Rulers should keep power by any means necessary. The most important earlier painter is a guy named Masaccio, and he rediscovered the technique of perspective of 3 dimensions. If you look, all of these lines kind of head to a central point. Even here, you'll notice these people are bigger than these people, implying that these people are far away. And if you look, there's all these lines that lead to a central point. You see it here. What's the vocabulary word from the side? Perspective. Who's the most famous painter of this time? One of them, Michelangelo. You'll never believe it. He's born near born near Florence. One of his sculptures is very realistic. Is a sculpture called David. Painted this on his back. Not on his back. He was lying on his back when he painted it. The ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. It's not 16, it's Sistine. Some of you thought that. And these are actual scenes within here. These are actual panels. Look how realistic it is. Look how much softer the lines are. All right. Here's another marble sculpture. Again, realistic emotion, realistic humanistic emotion. Realistic human emotion. Here's Moses. You can tell that guy looks pretty realistic, right? Even down to the detail on the eyebrows. Who else comes? Leonardo da Vinci. He's kind of everything. He's a genius. He's a painter. He's a sculptor. He did the Mona Lisa. He painted the Last Supper. He had these famous notebooks that explained everything from anatomy to an idea for a crossbow. Self-painter. He even did The original idea, or one of the early ideas for a helicopter. Raphael, another painter, painted the School of Athens. Again, notice the use of perspective. Notice, callback, Athens is where? Greece. And in fact, there's people hidden within here. I forget who everybody was, but it's pretty amazing. Pythagoras, the mathematician. Socrates, as they called him on Bill and Ted's Expo of Socrates, and also Plato and Aristotle. All right. Now, when I hear these names, makes me think I want to buy a T-shirt. Which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle T-shirt should I get? Black or white? These guys are like, this is awesome. I love this class. Don't forget Euclid, the mathematician. Raphael's in the back of the painting. Zoroaster and Ptolemy are also in the painting, who are early scientists. And if you're going to have the others, you got to have Donatello. Donatello is involved with sculpture. All right, I got to go a little long on this one, all right? That was 5 minutes. Humanism. Celebrate the individual. Go back to Greek and Rome. Paid for by rich people. Da Vinci we talked about. True Renaissance man. All right. What they will remark about the Last Supper right here is how there's the Mona Lisa in France still. Notice how it's protected. That the faces of this painting are designed to show the emotions and the characteristics of the disciples. Here's another Leonardo da Vinci. A couple more Michelangelo's, painter, sculptor, architect, and poet. There's Sistine Chapel. I love this one. Look how realistic that is. Here's another Italian painter. Again, notice the realism. Look in the basket. Machiavelli we talked about. It's basically a political guidebook, The Prince. And there's Raphael's painting. We're done. Peace out, Cub Scout. Let me just end it. End it.